Back in 1875 in St. Louis, United States, something happened that would change everything. The city was booming with riverboats and grain, and the nation was still stitching itself back together after the Civil War. To pay war debts, the federal government had kept high excise taxes on spirits, turning a barrel of whiskey into a lucrative, taxable commodity. Where money is thick, so too are the temptations. And in the early 1870s, a quiet, systematic theft began to spread through tax offices, distilleries, saloons, and into the very halls of Washington. This is the story of the Whiskey Ring, a conspiracy not of lone thieves, but of networks. Distillers underreported production, revenue agents took bribes, and politicians and brokers split the profits. Whiskey that should have carried federal stamps and a heavy tax instead flowed free into the market. The government lost millions, while a select circle lived comfortably. The ring operated in cities across the Midwest and as far as the capital, its ledger of deceit hidden in plain sight behind the rumble of commerce. The scandal broke when President Ulysses S. Grant's Treasury Secretary, Benjamin Bristow, decided to act. Bristow, an appointee determined to recover lost revenue, ordered a sting. His investigators infiltrated the networks, seized distillery records, and tracked the paper trail of falsified reports and secret payments. In a series of raids beginning in 1875, federal marshals arrested dozens. The investigations mushroomed into indictments across multiple states. The drama intensified when the probe reached Washington itself. Among those accused was Orville E. Babcock, President Grant's private secretary and a trusted aide from wartime. The idea that a conspiratorial ring could run so close to the president was explosive. Bristow's list of arrests and subpoenas swelled. By the time courts had taken up the cases, there were well over 200 indictments and more than 100 convictions, and federal agents had recovered sums measured in the millions. Newspapers called it proof that corruption crawled like a parasite through the Gilded Age government. Courtrooms became theaters. Witnesses testified to hidden books and coded payments. Distillers described the mechanics: false entries, suppressed stamps, colluding revenue agents who would certify minimal production in return for a cut. The prosecution assembled a mosaic of small betrayals that, together, became a nation-sized theft. But the ring's defenders had a narrative of their own, one of political warfare and selective enforcement. Then the case of Babcock reached its climax. President Grant, loyal to a longtime aide, stepped forward with a deposition that helped secure Babcock's acquittal. The president's intervention split the public. To some, it proved that innocence had been salvaged. To others, it suggested a cover-up, that a man close to the president had been protected by influence rather than held to account. Bristow's crusade left him politically isolated. He resigned in 1876 amid furious controversy, later seeking higher office but never regaining the power he wielded when he tore into the ring. The convictions already obtained stood as proof that a shadow economy had been dismantled. But the scandal etched a deeper wound into the nation's trust. The whiskey ring became shorthand for the era's graft, a systematic corruption that mixed private greed and public office. In the wider sweep of American history, the whiskey ring mattered because it was not an isolated theft. It exposed vulnerabilities in how a modernizing nation taxed, regulated, and policed commerce. Laws were tightened, procedures reformed, and federal oversight increased. But the political fallout lingered. Ulysses Grant's reputation, already buffeted by the strains of Reconstruction and rapid change, bore the stain of scandal. Bristow's brief triumph in the name of reform ended in bitter defeat. The whiskey ring is a reminder that conspiracies sometimes aren't whispered fantasies, but organized, patient, bureaucratic crimes, built by ordinary people who learned how to manipulate systems for private gain. The bottles that passed silently over St. Louis river docks carried more than alcohol. They carried a lesson about power, greed, and how easily a republic's coffers can be siphoned when oversight falters. Even now, the story reads like a cautionary chronicle of an age when the nation's bright promise met the darker arithmetic of profit.